You're watching the Highlight Zone, Friday edition. Northeast Indiana, it's time to get in the zone.
This is going to be a big game. Oh, yeah, this is huge. I think it's going to be a playoff atmosphere.
This is going to be one of the big matchups for the conference championship.
We're expecting a fight.
New Haven's 5-0. We're 4-1.
Certainly there's some hype behind it, which helps.
If we stop them, I have a feeling that we have a really good chance.
I'm relying on our defense.
Our defense is playing very good. I couldn't think of a better setup for a homecoming football game. We find a way to win.
You can't afford to lose one at this point in the NHC if you want to be a conference champion.
Well, most conference races are coming down to a photo finish tonight. We'll find out who's got the horsepower when it comes to Northeast Indiana.
It's week 6, and that means after tonight, we're 2/3 of the way through the regular season. We've got a big matchup at Wayne. Busco tries to stay undefeated, and Huntington North looks to stay in the conference title hunt.
But first, before the season, if you had said the week 6 game between New Haven and Columbia City would be the game of the week, many fans would have given you the stink eye. However, both the Bulldogs and the Eagles have smelled like roses here in 2010, and both are in the hunt for an NHC crown. New Haven at Columbia City, the Highlight Zone game of the week, and the highlights are just fresh off the press. Bulldogs 5-0, ranked 9th in 2A. Eagles 4-1, ranked 16th. The second loss in conference would effectively knock Columbia City out of the title chase. First play after the kickoff, Jared Murphy intercepts Lucas Salerno. Big play. That Columbia City defense underrated. How about Logan Rare to Ben Murphy? That's a touchdown. Great extension there. Columbia City looking good early. But here comes Tavon Hurst. You knew you were going to see him. The state's leading rusher, over 1,200 yards coming in. Short touchdown to tie it at 7. Randy Hudgens didn't like that. He wouldn't like this. This time it's Hurst again. A long run to the right, and that would put New Haven up by a tally of 14-7. He's just 5'7", but he is hard to stop. Second half, here's Logan Rare handing it off to Cody Wildman. This is a long touchdown run for Wildman, and we're talking 28-28. That would tie it up. Let's go into overtime. Trevor Wadelich missing the field goal for New Haven. They got the ball first. That means Columbia City has a chance to win with the score, and they do just that. Logan Rare taking it in for the touchdown, and the Cardiac Eagles win one at home. Columbia City is alive and well in that title chase, 34-28.
Oh, it's amazing. As long as seniors have been playing here, we haven't lost a homecoming. It was a great way to go out against New Haven and get a big NHC win.
You know, we've told our guys that it's a conference championship game every week, and especially this week. We did what we did all year. We played better when we're behind, it seems. So at halftime, we're down 21-14. I said, hey, we've been here before. We know how to do it. We can do it. We just got to get it taken care of. And our guys did that in the second half and in overtime. It could have folded up 10 several times, but that's not Columbia City football. We always compete. We don't stop believing, and we just keep playing hard.
What a job Randy Hudgens has done. New Haven hosts Belmont next week. Columbia City travels to East Noble.
And speaking of those Knights, Chris DePue's team also undefeated in the conference heading into the Knights. The Knights hosting the other Knights from Norwell. We pick it up early, and A.J. Dove takes this in. That caps off a 79 yards, 9-play opening drive, 7-zip East Noble. Then Dove goes to the air. Andrew Townsley on the receiving end, and the Knights of Kendallville quickly up 14-zip. The cheerleaders getting a workout. Dove continuing to dominate the game. This time another touchdown pass to Jordan Gator, and East Noble now stands up front in the NHC with a big win, 40-14 the final.
Let's go to Waterloo. Homestead trying to stay in the thick of things. Spartans facing DeKalb, and Homestead was looking good early on the defensive side. Big Brad Mills, he can play fullback, he can play linebacker. Great tackle right there. Coach Zolman looking on and liking what he saw. Homestead good on offense. Grayson Baston had a great week, too, and is having a nice little season. 7-0 Spartans. They're flipping over it. Gotta love it. Spartans looking good here. Zach Terrell looking for Sean Duvall. Terrell, I've been told, being recruited by Iowa. They like the junior. I can see him in a Hawkeyes jersey. Why not? How about
good
this?
In yellow.
Yeah, the option to Jake Weber. That's a touchdown, 14-0, and Homestead rolls the final. Pretty ugly, 58-0. Well, our final stop in the NHC takes us down to Adams County.
That's Matt DeBolt country. Of course, that's where we send him. He joins us with more.
Well, guys, back in Week 3, Belmont's starting quarterback Forrest Fullenkamp injured his knee early on against Columbia City. He'll be out the rest of the season, and since the injury, the Braves have dropped 2 of 3. They were hoping to get back on track tonight against Carroll. Forrest on the bench right there with his replacement, his cousin Brian Fulenkamp, and he'd have a rough start tonight. The Charger rush gets him, and Skylar Venderly gets the pick. Corey Nelson would take advantage from there with the 3-yard touchdown. 6-0 Chargers in the first quarter. The Braves offense, though, would settle down. Fulenkamp with some nice play action hits Riley Hankinson wide open over the middle for a 42-yard touchdown, putting the Braves up 7-6. Later, it's Daniel Meyer, 14 of his game-high 201 rushing yards right here. But the night, it belonged to Carroll and Nelson. The 35-yard score right here with the nice spin move. He'd had a 90-yard touchdown run in the third, and Carroll gets a big road NHC win at Belmont, 25-14. Belmont's at New Haven next week, while Carroll hosts Homestead. Guys, back to you.
Well, thank you very much, Matt. Not only are we happy to have Matt for the past couple seasons here on the Highlight Zone, but Matt has made a decision that he is going to go back to college and become a physical therapist.
We've got a steroid controversy.
He's the Roger Clemens of the Highlight Zone. Matt, I know, Ross, you want to say thank you, and we appreciate all the time and the effort and the weekends and all the time that you've put in over the last few seasons. It's not lost on us. We couldn't do it without you. We're sad to see him go.
You couldn't tell that stature underneath that dress shirt.
But when he becomes a doctor, he's going to be able to give us a loan. That's the beautiful thing about it.
Yeah, Matt, great job from news intern to or sports intern all the way to where you made it today. Very good job. All the hard work. We really appreciate it.
Well, thanks, guys. It's been my pleasure joining you guys every Friday night.
All right, I'm going to come see you because I got 2 blown-out knees. So.
Matt the body to bolt.
All right, well, last week in the SAC, Wayne tried to join the league's elite. However, the Generals shot down in the Highlight Zone Game of the Week by Bishop Lures. This week didn't get any easier for Kyle Beauchamp's team. Beauchamp all smiles as they take on the second-ranked team in 4A, Bishop Dwanger. And how about Wayne's defense early on? Ramon Wright looked like a big game, but he coughs it up. Radrakis McCurry recovers for the Generals. Then Wayne on offense. This is what you call broken play, but Jordan Patterson, he can do a lot with his legs and his arm. Gets it to Durante Powers. That's a 32-yard pickup. Christian Harmeyer kicks a field goal. 3-zip Wayne, but that's when Dwanger takes over. Ramon Wright, touchdown. Then it's a 3-and-out for the defense, and it's Wright. Another touchdown, 14-3. Then before the half, Patrick Ryan and Cameron Smith keeps it alive. A 28-yard touchdown as the Saints roll through this one. 43-10 the final.
The key's always going to be defense. You know, that's what we stress at our school. Coach Watercutter and his staff do a great job of preparing our team. They play hard. I believe this was the most difficult, most demanding week of practice we've ever had, maybe in the history of the program. So, you know, they responded.
Dwanger gets a bye week next week while Wayne travels to Southside.
All right, Lures undefeated coming in. The Knights at Zoner to face winless Concordia. You see they got the Wheaties out. You got to slap the Wheaties. But I'll tell you what, James Kanapke ate his Wheaties, and then he started to eat Concordia alive. We're talking early on, Kanapke to Michael Rogers with the Where's Waldo socks. That's a touchdown.
I think Matt DeBolt was on the box.
Absolutely. Breakfast of Champions. How about Steve Kiermaier? He doesn't need any Wheaties. Watch this. Long gain. Good to see him a little bit healthy. He's been banged up the past couple of weeks. Big run there. He would score on the next play, 21-zip Lures. Kanapke to D'Angelo Fincher. How many guys do they have on this Lures team that can run the football and make plays after contact? Fincher. That would set up a Kenny Mullen touchdown, 35-0. Then how about Kiermaier? He's a man-child. Touchdown here, 42-0 Lures. And as you might expect, it's Bishop Lures with a big victory tonight, 62-20. How about the Redskins? Always a tough trip when you head to Spooler Stadium to face Kurt Tittman and the Snyder Panthers. Pick this up in the first quarter. This game was all about defense. Adrian Williams and Caleb Strange meet at the quarterback. That's a sack, but not a whole lot went right for the Redskins. Still in the first, Tyler Williams, 23-yard field goal, 3-0 Snyder, and that was all the scoring until second quarter. Derek Carlson with a short touchdown, 10-0 Snyder, and they were dancing for joy out at Spooler Stadium. They had a good time out there tonight. It was homecoming. Third quarter, Carrington Thompson of Snyder with the sack. 3.5 sacks for KT tonight. He's a player to watch. And then in the fourth, Jared Wilson with the interception here. That basically seals it up. This one, as you saw, all about defense. Snyder pitches a shutout. 10-0 your final.
Let's go to Arnold Edding Stadium. Both Northrop and Harding looking for their first conference win. Pick it up with the Bruins trailing by 14 in the third quarter. It's Dietrich Wilson scampering. He's the big guy for the first down. Hard to bring him down, but the Hawks D then tightens up, swarms the Bruins quarterback, Colin Bouillon. Taken down for the sack right there. Same score in the fourth quarter. It's Jarrell Holman with the screen. Coughs it up. Recovered by Harding's Eddie Tate. Now this one would go down to the wire. Northrop scores to make it 21-20. They go for two, but they're pushed back for offensive movement on the offensive line. They go to kick the extra point. It's blocked, and Harding wins this one. 21-20, the final. Our final stop in the SAC, Southside for the non-conference game hosting Indianapolis Tech. The undefeated Titans knocking off Northside last week on homecoming night. Just after an Archer's score makes it a 5-point game, it's Tim Weekley hauling in a touchdown here. That makes it 30-19 Tech in the second. It was an eerie night.
Yeah, man, it's always
Archer
crazy at
Field.
Jack Weicker Stadium.
South fumbles the kickoff. The defense then comes through. Levante Choice, the interception. The smart play stays in the end zone for the touchback. Archers try to get some magic before the half. Tim Games at the halfback pass. Tioli Attilius bringing it in. 34-yard pickup. Unfortunately, though, this one all Tech, 46-19 your final.
And coming up, Huntington North tries to stay in the hunt for a conference title down in Marion.
And Cherubusco trying to stay undefeated on the season. The Eagles at West Noble. That game and much more coming up in the zone.
Hi, my name's Chloe Hines, and I'm the homecoming queen. And you're watching the Highlight Zone.